I want to circle back to National HIV Testing Day. Efforts are happening across the country, including right here in Houston. Today is a day that encourages all people, regardless of gender, race, age, or sexual orientation, to get tested and linked to care and treatment if needed. Allies in Hope, formerly known as AIDS Foundation Houston, is joining forces with Walgreens to provide testing throughout Houston. Joining me now is Jeffrey Campbell, CEO of Allies in Hope. Good morning, sir.
Great.
Welcome back.
Good morning, Zach. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming back on the show. Tell us a little bit about this partnership with Walgreens and where people here in Houston can go today to get tested all for free.
Sure. Yeah. So we'll start out with it. It is free. Walgreens has been a long-time great partner with Allies in Hope and the city of Houston to give us space to provide free and confidential HIV testing, specifically on National HIV Testing Day. We have 2 locations in partnership with Walgreens today, one at 7929 Kirby, which is near Main and OST, and the other is at 2612 Smith near McGowan. So we are really looking forward to a lot of folks coming out, getting tested, knowing their status today on National HIV Testing Day. And then we also have our testing site at our offices at 2328 Fannin, which is right in the heart of Midtown, adjacent to a lot of areas that have a high percentage of new HIV diagnoses.
And testing there is free all year round?
Free all year round, yes.
Today, the efforts that are taking place at Walgreens, that will begin at 10 o'clock this morning, so
yes,
in less than 2 hours, and will run until 6 this evening. You know, it was just a few weeks ago, you were here, Jeffrey, June 5th, talking about the 40-year mark, if you will, of the first 5 cases of HIV, or AIDS at the time. What became known as AIDS was reported. This was 40 years ago, just this year. 4 decades later, we know not all cases of HIV evolve into or escalate into AIDS. We know that to be fact. We also know some 1.2 million people are living with HIV right now within the U.S. It's so important to get tested to know your status.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because of that 1.2 million people, 14% of the folks living with HIV don't know they're living with HIV. So it's important to get tested, know your status, and then get into treatment if you do have a positive HIV diagnosis. That helps us to get you on treatment faster, get you virally suppressed sooner, and get you to a place in your life where you're unable to transmit the virus to another person via sex when you're virally suppressed.
And that's referred to as undetectable equals untransmittable.
Yes, U equals U. Thank you.
U equals U. Unfortunately, still around is the stigma surrounding HIV. What is that effort to eradicate looking like today?
So we're doing a lot of work around education. We're taking moments like these where you're giving me the opportunity to be with you to talk to a group of people across the city of Houston that may not ever have a conversation about HIV unless they see it on the news, unless they see a billboard, unless they see something on social media, in order to help people be more comfortable with the conversation, with getting tested, and if they're living with HIV, getting in treatment and other services that can support their well-being.
And when we talk about getting tested, this is not just for members of the LGBTQ community.
Absolutely
this is not just members of the Black community. This is everyone and anyone at any age.
You're absolutely right. Everyone and anyone. Actually, you can get a test at 13. What I recommend is for anyone who has ever had sex, anyone who is having sex right now, anyone who is having sex with multiple partners or with a person that has multiple sex partners, commercial sex workers, I think it is important for their well-being and their health. So there's a number of different groups that should get tested, if nothing else, once a year on June 27th, National HIV Testing Day.
Make it an annual thing.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about Allies in Hope.
So Allies in Hope, we've been around for 41 years. We are an HIV prevention service organization, but we don't just do testing. We provide housing for individuals who are homeless. We have a wonderful camp that is coming up next month, Camp Hope, for children living with HIV. And this is a 27-year-old initiative of this organization to give these kids opportunity to be in a space that's safe for them at least 1 week during the summer.
Love it. And for people wanting more information, where can they go to connect with you?
Yes, go to AIHHouston.org. AIHhouston.org. That's AIHhouston.org for more information about Allies and Hope. We're here to end the HIV epidemic in the greater Houston area.
Jeffrey, always a pleasure talking with you.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.